Hello, welcome back to Void War. We are starting off a new run, praising the Emperor this morning with a paladin named Valerius, who is going to be driving, what is it, the Sun Hammer, which we're going to rename to the Sword Breaker. I've been really wanting to do an Imperial run. We got absolutely like dunked by the Imperial boss recently, who lit my entire ship on fire. So I really want to focus a run around fire, primarily, around guns, and around probably the I kind of want to combine the siege weapon and the siege beam, the artillery thing and the siege beam, or missiles. It kind of depends on, you know, how the roll goes. But we're going to be playing with this guy. He is the paladin. He's an 80 HP 3, so he's like pretty solid. Really good at dealing with, I would say, borders. His special ability, he gets friendly crew aboard the ship, gain 2 DPS, 50 move speed, 50 repair speed, and immunity to debilitating effects for 15 seconds. So he's kind of a emergency hit the brakes build. We start off with an Imperial Acolyte who has the Force Shield and the Imperial Magister who could heal people on the ship. We're playing on Torment 6. We get an Energy Lance, starts pre-charged, and a Retributor. You know, we could go for like a Lance build as well. My only problem is I feel like Lance builds aren't great against the final boss, because once you run out, you're out. That's it. Let's hop right on in. We're going to be praising the old God King. A fire theme, hopefully not just the fire on my ship. Well, the nice thing about Imperial citizens is they all have 90% fire resistance. Strangely enough, the Paladin does not get this, but what are you going to do? We are in a Corsair station, unfortunately. So no easy Imperials. But we get to beat up everybody else. Radium blasters and a grav cannon. No idea what this game is, but I'm happy to come along for the ride. It is FTL. It is FTL meets Warhammer, basically. Ooh. This guy's got a lot of things that go boom. Already starting with a siege bombard and 2 weapons. The radium blaster really worries me because he can actually one-shot my acolyte with that. I don't know what to wipe out here, this or that. Small chance of hull breach, minor crew damage. This gets 4 charges per jump. I didn't actually realize that. Okay, that missed. That missed. Nice. Let's blast that shield. And then I think go for those weapons. That radium blaster really scares me. Lots of good fire there. Yeah, we might as well knock that guy offline and then just finish him off. The big issue with this ship is we're not going to get a lot of scrap because we're blowing up ships versus porting them. Corrosive gases or the pirates. We could hit a weapons dealer early. I don't know if we can like disable a listening station. I've never taken this and not gone for pirates. You know what? I'm curious. Let's give it a look. Nah, we just move on. Okay. Bit of a waste. These guys got a neutralizer, inflicts HP damage, and stuns crew in the room hit for 8 seconds. Not bad. A fusillade, which fires off 3 projectiles. It's good for breaking down shields. And a hull ripper. Demon lances. Lances deal 1 extra damage for each crew aboard your ship. Each lance shot you fire depletes the current HP of all shipboard crew by 50%. That's insane. That's insane, because we often end up having like 10 people on our ship. If you started with 4 lances and a demon lance, you could also get the thing that like lances never miss. You'd be able to just cycle all 4 of your lances and do, I mean, that would literally kill any ship instantly. DPS to demonic units. First enemy ship weapon fired at your ship will always miss. This feels like kind of a bad module. These are not great options. I don't mind the neutralizer. It's good if I wanted to burn them all alive. That's like the advantage of the neutralizer. You start a bunch of fires and then you use this to like trap people in the rooms that are on fire. It also doesn't affect... Man, we could go for that. Required power is 2. We could go for something of that. If you had the heal module along with the demon lance that allows you to rest every time, or gives you like the bonus to rest. The thing is it's 50% of current HP, so it's basically you're just saying all your crew is at 1 HP in every fight. So it's also 120 scrap to buy, which is absolutely bonkers. I think, I don't know, man, the neutralizer's like good, but unless I very specifically had a build that I think worked better for it. Like if I had characters who could cast Fireball right now, I'd feel a little differently. I think we're just gonna go. Heavily shielded cultist ship with siege beams. A thunder cannon. And a disruptor. Should have saved my lance for that Ashen Priest. Because now I'm going to have a Doom effigy on my ship. You're an acolyte. Probably not the guy to fight him. I'm gonna have to shift you guys over. Yeah, that's rough. That's not ideal. All right, let's bust that. Let's kill their weapons. So that siege beam doesn't just like rip me apart over and over again. Why are my shields just not coming online here? This is bad. This is bad news bears. How are you losing against a skeleton? It has 8 HP. Oh god, my doors are broken. Wow, this is a terrible start. I'm about to lose engines here as well. Can you just hold up that Doom effigy for a hot second? Let's do that. Okay, if I warp, that Doom effigy is gone. Worst case scenario. These guys have 2 psychers. I don't know what they are. Creates corrosive gas and disruptors. Corruption beam. Corrosive gas. Oh, I've not seen that one in action. They have so many psychers on their ship. And there's a boarding party. Looks like they're going after my shields. So I'm going to try to drain that room. Oh, that room has no oxygen in it. Too much, too much, too much. I pulled you out of there, so unfortunately... You're just a husk. Let's get those weapons offline. You have 1 HP. That room is on fire. You can heal, which is something I forgot about. Oh, it's going to be too late. Unless he ignores me. I guess they're going for my engine right now. My life support is offline. You're dead. No, this runs over. This run is totally fallen right off the wayside. Let's just reset that one right away. We're not getting anywhere with that. Nothing but bad luck at the start of that run. Holy moly. How's everyone doing? It must be a spooky skeleton said it shivers up the spine, right? Reduce enemy DPS. Yeah, I still thought, like, even with 1 DPS, he only has 8 HP, so. Good morning, folks. Good morning, Drugdor. Hello. That was just a real ugly mashup in the first couple ones here. Ordnance or equipment? Let's go for some ordnance. All right, you're all about them husks. You got a grav cannon and a thunder cannon. Let's knock that out just for a moment. This guy charges up so fast, and we get 4 of them. Really getting those mean early mashups right now. Shields. And we'll kill off those weapons. And then 1 more lance will finish it off. I think I got to get better at like shooting that early lance right away just to keep them crippled. Also making use of things like my force shield. My heal, I wasn't using my heal at all. I didn't use embolden once. It is 2 charges per run there. Yeah. I got to get a little bit smarter at using those. Early equipment to defend. This guy's got a mag pulse, which stuns, and a bolt cannon. Just wait a second on that guy. Stunner on the gunner. Put a boom. I love setting up that fire on the weapons. Very, very satisfying combo. Rat-tat-tat. Rat-tat-tat. So you're the guy with the force shield up front. I mean, yeah, I guess that's probably the right choice for you. Crew contacts and equipment. Or psychomancy. Let's take the option. See how we feel. Nothing here, hey? 57 scrap is not great. We're not really going to be able to get a good psychomancer for that. Like, I think the fire-based guys are 60 scrap. Let's hit the mercenary broker. See what they got. Servo husks, hex priest, corsairs, infiltrator, and scavengers. A blessed machine cannon. Holy smokes. 3 DPS in large room, 3 DPS against demonic. Attacks slightly damage nearby enemies. A holy scepter. Purifies friendly crew for 10 seconds. 1 DPS against targets with under 50 HP. And a zenith blade. Begin encounter with 8 DPS, lose 2 DPS per kill. Damn, dudes. Those are actually pretty nice. I didn't realize the Magister has a psychomancy slot open. The Zenith Blade isn't bad if it's only for... Like, if it's only for borders that he's dealing with. Giving him 8 DPS could be pretty clutch. Obviously, after this kills like 4 guys, it's not so good. But if you've killed 4 people outside of the boss fight, that feels like it's pretty valuable. The Blessed Machine Cannon is crazy. Corsair, Infiltrator, Scavenger. I don't love any of these guys. And these guys I can't afford anyway. So I could pick up a Servo Husk. Why don't we do that? Why don't we pick up like the Zenith Blade and a Servo Husk? I think that's the play. You have poison and suffocation resistance. We'll put you on shields for now. Switch him out so someone else takes the kill. Yes, I suppose you could. Yeah, that's not a bad point. Per kill. Yeah, you probably could. You could use him to weaken people and then swap. But again, I think it's going to be like mostly okay. He can also embolden himself to get an extra +2 DPS and huge move speed buff. Probably taking this guy off driving is going to be key. Your ship appears to be on fire, sirs. Buddy, I don't know what the plan of you dweebs are, but it ain't to stay alive, I can tell you that much. Rat-a-tat. Miss. I feel like this ship is doing really well for evasion. Attack the Imperial ship. Just a Marshal and a Sorcerer, a Bolt Cannon, and a Disruptor. This guy has Fireball, so... he's got it on quick cast. That's fine. That's no props. Purged. Consider yourself purged, kiddo. We are ionized. This kills them basically no matter where it hits. So let's just go there. As long as it hits. Oh, warp lance. That's 2 lances. That's 2 lances on our ship. So I finally figured out the oxygen replenish on warp. It won't trigger if you have any room at 0 oxygen. Storm cannon and a corruption beam. Get a little subspace breach in here. You know what? Hit a force shield. Ah, that was so close. All right, you can just go back to doing what you do. That actually doesn't matter. It's not like it's corruption glass. These guys are summon rot spawn and summon rot spawn. I don't love that for us. Let's just actually try to cancel them. Nice. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. My doors. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's a lot of poison damage to be taken right now. The ship is preparing to jump. We can heal up our guys in a second. Oh my god, my lance missed. Whew, just. I really gotta remember cast embolden. It stops things like poison happening. It's a great way to get rid of it. Vent them into space before they explode. I think they'd still explode anyway. Also, because we don't have like doors upgraded, so. I've never played FTL. Should I play it first or jump straight into this game? Oh, you could definitely jump straight into this game. In fact, I would almost say this game's easier to jump into because the lower level difficulties are easier than FTL. That's kind of like the concept they have with the torment levels, is that the base level would be easier, but then as you go up torment levels, it gets harder. Acid missile. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. I should really pay attention to what they have. Damn it. Got him. Can you sit in the door room? Oops. That should solve that problem. I guess. Let's take out the missile. I don't love the corrosion beam here either, but. Ooh. Bolden. It up. Get that booty. Keep on scooting. You know how it is. You know how we do. FTL is rough, especially for new players. Yeah. With the pursuing rebel fleet mechanic. Yeah, I think that this definitely the map travel of this is a lot more straightforward than FTL. Do I ever attack the traders? We actually tried attacking them a bunch yesterday. We tried blowing up their ship and we tried boarding their ship, and both times we got 7 scrap. And one of those times was in like the second last sector. So I can't tell if it's just a low chance of getting something good or a 0% chance of getting something good, but it seems like attacking traders is not worth it. I guess let's say saving up. I'd love to get shields too, though. Two repair drones. Take that for sure. Systems modules. Yeah, I mean, if they have a good mod, you kind of can't say no. I don't have enough money for it. Begin fights with fully pre-charged weapons. That's nonsense. Depending on your build, that's absolutely crazy. There is lances always hit. We do have 2 lance weapons. Sell the bolt cannon. It was rigged. Acid missiles, rift bombs, subspace breaches. You know, there's a part of me that's thinking about like, oh, maybe we could get that, the demon lance, where the lances do like 1 damage based on your crew. I do kind of want a siege beam. I was thinking about combining the siege beam with the artillery gun. As an option. Man, I don't know. With the double lances, I am kind of like tempted to build a lance build here. Then we don't burn all of our money. Either I go siege beams or I go Wrath of Angels. Chance of miss? It depends on the ship. You know what, man? Let's lean into this. We got given a warp lance. Let's take the Wrath of Angels. Then I'm going to take level 2 shields. I know I can't power it yet, but step at a time here. I want to burn that money before I can actually use it. Blood Cult or Desolate. Exclusion zones. We're going to go for Blood Cult because I want to find an Imperial world. Or a Techno world. And I guess if we take a shipyard, we could just like build a crew members. So 7 munitions. Bolt cannon and a heat beam creates fires. Knock down a little bit of that. Well, this ship is already destroyed, basically. Boom, boom, boom. Solid lancing. Tricky thing here, I can't actually pick up any boarding party stuff as well. Now, this is a demon ship. Hey, you should probably be on that engine, not those stores. Technically, I could summon something and it would figure it out. That fires 3 shots. I don't love that idea. Ow. Yeah, so I just don't have any way to get that loot is the problem. Because if I throw the warp lance in there to create the subspace breach, I mean, he's going to blow the ship up anyway right now, so. But I'm pretty sure if I lance the room, it'll destroy it, so. Your crew are invulnerable against cruise attack when breaking doors. Yeah, unfortunately, we're not boarding, so bunker drill is not particularly good for us. We'll sell off those bloat mites. And then we'll just create a husk here. Probably stick them on doors for now. Get those shields online. And blast out some Imperial scouts. Energy beam and bolt cannons. I'm gonna take out that command throne. Actually, maybe I'm not. Tough command throne. Hop you off engines. Smash that shield down. I will accept your surrender. I will generally get more from accepting surrenders than I will from blowing up a ship. Arrow kinds. This guy's got an energy beam and a disruptor, so as long as we keep that disruptor offline, we're basically good. Ooh, gotta be careful there with spells like that. But poor husks could get killed very quickly. Boom. There go their shields. There go their weapons again. They are attempting to flee. Not on my watch, honey buns. Ya filthy cultists. Ya scum. Then we can just give him a heal and keep moving. You guys got thunder cannons and grav cannons. I do just love shutting down all other weapons with double lances right away. The lances are it's a good combo. Blow everything up run is going pretty well. So far, so good. Vector analyzer. There's the night field again. An altar of blood. A fire suit. A magma gun and an arc rifle. The shield charger here is pretty nice. I like the fire suit because I could put it on our paladin. He's the only guy here who's like not... Oh, I guess the servo husks don't really have immunity either. I'm gonna sell this stuff off because I don't want it. Dude, I could just buy a night field. It feels insane though if I'm doing a lance run. 10% evasion. So the shield charger is really nice because there's like certain things. Lances start pre-charged, right? Yeah. Any of the weapons like the super storm bolters and stuff, you know, you just target the shield charger so that you don't have to worry about that. The other part of me is like, well, if I have a bunch of lances, I can just destroy their shields and then just whittle them down with a siege beam. Which I feel like is very strong. I don't know if that's like the right armor for him. Arc rifles are really good for defense. You know, 3 DPS while nearby ship systems. That's basically always. Put that on like a servo husk. That guy's doing 7 damage to anything that gets in there. I don't have a ton of munitions. But I also don't need the siege beam against most ships, so... The beam is nice, yeah. I mean, I like the idea that if we're not boarding, mixing the beam with the artillery is a really fun combination for certain ships. Just because it wreaks havoc as well. Alright, I'm gonna buy the beam. I'll buy the beam. I'm going to put it right there. And I think I'm also going to buy this arc rifle. I'm going to pass on the fire suit, but giving this guy 7 attack to defend this system is like pretty solid. With a tool, he can also get a tool that gives him like an extra 10 HP. Thunder cannon and a heavy disrupto. Wow, that was fast. All right, well, they just lost shields, so let's take out their engines. And then just keep juicing them here. Three misses. Well, my lance won't miss. We know that for certain. Little 18 scrap. Imperial Shrine Worlds and an Imperial sector. I've never been to Shrine Worlds, I don't think. Enter a sector containing a cluster of Imperial Shrine Worlds. Adherents to the Radiant Dogma are known for their near fanatical devotion to the God King. They don't take kindly to outsiders. Oh yeah, the siege beam upgrades are really good. To get the beam going, we just have to deploy it. We also have to power it, which we don't have at the moment, but we will. Imperial Destroyer with Disruptors and Devastator beams. They've also got boarding parties. Nice. Shut down that boarding party. Devastator beam's not going to do much as well, as long as we keep that disruptor offline. Wow, they fixed that really fast. Let's have you go there. Let's have you get out of there. One shot to the shields. There's the rest of the shots to the shields. Nice, and an asteroid came in. It just like did the rest. 3 chaotic rifts? These are worth a ton of money. Like these cost 60 to buy, so I think they sell for 30. I think this is 90 scrap. Also, I could put one of these on him. And now I can, if we're boarded, I can just rift the people off of our ship. Which is a really good deal. We pledge ourselves to the Imperial cults. And then we find a big, nasty ship with a displacement field eruptor. Did that break it? Yeah. So it is the case, if you destroy one of those chests, it just breaks. Got that demon heart to slow down its repairs here. That should finish it. Nice. You can rift people from their ship as well? Yes, absolutely you can. Servo husk or a graviton bomb? I'll take a servo husk, my dudes. Why not? We do have a boss here. So this is going to be the Blood God boss. And I have no shops before that. Approach an object discovered to be a starship of blood cults that's burning. There may be survivors aboard. I mean, this would just be cultists, which I don't really want, but also sometimes it's nice. But I could also just like dunk these dudes. Can we get the beam online before the boss? Absolutely we could. without a doubt. These guys are all going to summon a bunch of thralls on me. Ooh. Okay. What did they hit that with that did that damage? Thrall, 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 thrall. What did damage? Because that disruptor missile shouldn't have done it. We're gonna send those guys back. It's a little annoying. I guess my shields are getting dunked here like quite a bit. This is a frustrating amount of thralls being put on my ship. That was just some sort of energy blast. That was a psychic blast that did 1 damage to me, it looked like. Oh, maybe it's the displacement field emitter. Disruptor missile actually doesn't do damage, so... Never mind, you go there, you go here. Go there. Yeah, it just does ion damage, so that's not really an issue. Got him. 27 scrap. Hardly worth it. Everybody gets a nice heal. You can go home. You can come hang out. We'll do another heal. Gotta get better at using the embolden, but say this is their end and their death. Kind of, basically, more or less. Marinara, how are we doing today, dude? All right, everybody back to your stations. You know, actually, let's, I'm gonna put a servo husk here on the command throne. I'm gonna put you on this so that you are more in the center of the ship and able to respond to immediate threats. Because he's the guy who runs around and fights things, so. There's the power I need. You've got the touch. And now both of our lances are online at the beginning of every fight. Your astro charts indicate the presence of an Imperial Citadel fortress. We are going to seek some blessings within. The inner sanctum of the Citadel has not been maintained for generations. It is chokingly still air. An altar lies beneath the silent gaze of crouching gargoyles and winged creatures. Enlisting the aid of your Imperial trade crew members, you renew the altar. As you turn to leave, you hear a sharp noise. One of the weapons affixed to the sculptures has fallen off, planting itself upon the altar, a blessed blade. Fantastic. Yeah, you're the only guy who can use that. But we got a bunch of stuff for fighting demons now, which is always good. This guy's got a husk rack here. Storm cannon and a hull ripper. Let's just get rid of that. Slow him down a little bit to start. Crap. Oof. I guess let's go that way. The enemy is attempting to make a break for it. We're trying to get those shields down so that I can focus their engines with the retributor. That'll do it. Hopefully. Let's actually get that storm cannon offline. Just to make sure. Old stank ass. Got him. Good chunk of scrap there. 43 scrap. I'm starting to feel like blowing stuff up is better on the higher difficulties. I could get another crew member, but I think let's just keep going for scrap for this boss fight. Mag pulse and a retributor. Knock off their guns. And then we'll go for their shields. Psychic shield would be nice. I mean, I have it. I just like really dumb at using it a lot of the time. Wish there was a module that made fire spread more. Ooh, that would be nice. Is this battle sword 35mm? No relation. Of course, of course. Too busy working on things that spread legs. Fire spreading was barely an afterthought. Yeah. All right, let's get rid of those shields entirely. Oh! Well-timed psychic shield there. You know what? You got fire resistance. You could just stay and put that out. I think I'm actually going to deploy the siege beam here. We don't use it often. But I like to know we have it. I was like, I already fired a lance at them, so I was like, what's going to happen here? I'm pretty much always going to take surrenders with these guys. We are honorable Imperials, after all. Asteroid fields or unvisited nodes. Asteroid fields actually probably good for us because of the siege beam. Unless we get a bunch of corpulents on the ship. Dang lousy rotten corpulence.
Fire the Nova co-pulsar cannon agent.
It's not quite what you think it's called. It's got a surprisingly different name. All right, corpulent, corpulent. All right, you guys are gonna have to leave that room. Where are you going, buddy? Buckaroo. Excuse me. Thank you. You know what, man? You can just keep trying to blow up stuff. A tactical exoskeleton. Super good item. This is like one of the best armor sets, I would argue, in the game. 50% suffocation resistance, 25% move speed, 15 armor. Let's put that baby on Valorous. He jumps up to 95 HP. And he moves super fast now. And he's good in rooms with no oxygen. All right, oxygen, come on. Let's, you coming back here? There we go. Corrosive gas is in the next system. Okay, so I think let's upgrade the beam weapon again. If we're gonna go fight the boss, it feels like a good idea. So would doors. Making sure we have some stronger doors would probably be smart. Would be a good idea. Would be a good idea. Not on Nexus. No, no. This one's on itch.io. itch.io and Steam are the two best places to buy it. I am feeling like we could maybe fight this boss. Should healed. Techno cults. Techno cults with a lot of guns. And a missile bay. That's actually not a problem, the incendiary shield. These guys repair so fast. Here we go. Stink ship. It's a stinky boy. As long as that energy beam is offline, we're okay. That'll do him. Nope, we'll miss. I mean, I'm gonna lance them, so they're not going anywhere. I like the lances because they kind of feel like missiles. They kind of feel like free missiles. So close to getting out of here without trouble. Come on, man. Purge that room. Thank you. Okay, we got 37. Kick autopilot. It is an Imperial battle arc. That's good for us because it means like fire is what it's going to do more than anything else. Breaching projectiles are probably bad. All the incendiary projectiles are not so troublesome. With 3 layers of shield, though, I basically have to just focus every single thing I have on their shields. And that's it. Which guy are you? You're the guy on weapons. Go purge that room. No problem. Fire can't do much. Okay, my husk on the doors just immediately got killed. I forgot. Oh man, I forgot about this. On this map, they have a bunch of guys who just have like, you do 15 psychic damage. Use the rift spell to yeet people across. Yeah. Psychers are mean, especially against husks. This is okay. Unfortunately, let's just purge all that. Ooh, you are slow. Summon Redeemer. That's fine, we can kill him. You have fire resistance, you could just put that out. All this, and this is purging. They are purified. We're gonna embolden here. Are you immune to suffocation? No, but you have suffocation resistance. Oops. I'm gonna let you put out that fire. This guy can't actually seem to put out this stuff fast enough, which is a little shocking to me. Yo, these early bosses are insane. That room is collapsed again. Get you back on shields. Thinking about just warping out. This is so much fire. Feels like warp time. Yeah, like maybe like before the engines get nuked. I have repair drones. So if things go really bad, they have so many guys on their ship. Oh my god, look at all these wraith blades. They got psyker shields up on that right now. Yeah, let's tactically withdraw. I think you're right. I think you're right. In over our head. We'll fight some techno cultists instead, which I also probably shouldn't be doing, but let's get you out of there. Get that offline. You can get back there. You can go in here. I'll worry about that breach when we get through this area. Big misses there. Ow, ow, ow. Keep those shields down. Nasty. A penetrator. Number of shots 1. Small chance of fire. Shield pin 1. Hull damage per shot 2. Required power 2. I mean, it's okay to use this probably once my lances have gone down. Alternatively, like 10 max HP on a character. Imperial commander does not respond to you, although the vessel ejects a fireball. Bop, bop, ba, bop. Dop, dop, da, dop, dop. We need to heal. You guys both have suffocation resistance, so why don't I send you to fix this breach? Then I'm gonna let these guys heal. Keep forgetting we have all these spells to sell. The maw. Gotta go for the maw. You can't not go for the maw when you see the maw. The maw is so good. War vessel being pursued by an Imperial patrol ship. I mean, I'd like to help the Imperials, but I guess that's not the case here. On Inferno Fugas. Okay. Psyker shields. Do I want to siege beam you? I don't think I need to. Get rid of that psychic shield. Knock out some of those weapons. Please don't light my ship on fire. Very rude of them. Wrapped. Penetrated. Gross. Intruders detected. Berserker. That's fine. You will deal with him. Easy peasy. Oh my god, another 50 scrap? God, the maw certainly does deliver. Systems, modules, and missile templates. Ship armaments and equipment. This one leads me through a shipyard as well, so I can heal, which I'm probably going to want to do based on how much we got absolutely ghibli bits. So I'm going to try to save as much as I can here. I probably should look at getting shield 3. How about that Zero Husk? Don't want to get energy ripped. Ow. Big ow. It's the hull ripper that hit me. Oh, no, 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 no. You... God damn it. They need to improve this. The dragging and grabbing groups, sometimes you just often end up grabbing characters that you have no interest in grabbing. I would actually say frequently you end up doing that. Jeez. 3 hull ripper shots to an empty room. I don't think I have a choice in the matter here. We got to get some better shields. You got a hull ripper, thunder cannon, and a flare cannon. The hull ripper does not have piercing. Two shots, 1 shot. It's not to say it couldn't kill me though. Subspace breach. That's fine. We have a guy in there. He should fix it. You know what? We'll send in the captain just in case. I'm not sure what to go for here. Man, dudes, I know my hull is critical. You don't gotta tell me twice. All right, here comes some demons. Any chance I could get you back there to stop that? No. Okay, that's fine. You can kill the fleshling. You can deal with those guys. I don't know how these doors broke, but I don't understand how that didn't damage the ship. But boy, we are living on a prayer right now. Just absolutely skimming it. Damage system on death. Yeah. Oh, maybe. I should have chaos rifted those guys off the ship is what I should have done. Okay. No fight. I'm gonna leave the death cultists to their fate. Just like way too risky to take the fight right now. I have 2 chaos rifts to sell you for 20 bucks each. They've got the demon lance. I need 40. I could buy it. If I sell the penetrator and this fireball, I could buy the demon lance. Did I see what Nico said? No. If you rift chest room, the spawn will loot the chest. No, it doesn't actually. It creates a subspace breach, but it kills the chest if it hits it. The chests basically break if you hit them with any weapon system. So you have to hope that you subspace next to the chest and that they wander into that room. So the mob can loot the chest, yeah, but the actual warp lance will destroy the chest immediately. So the demon lance won't kill my crew. It will just constantly reduce them by 50% of their HP. Assumably, once they have 1 HP, it can't do anything. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of crew, but this is probably the dumbest idea I've ever had. But the loot is in the room. Yeah, but they won't get it because the chest will be destroyed. At least that's been my experience using it so far. So I'm happy to try it again. So greed, right? I mean, what good is life if you don't greed? I could at this point sell the retributor, but for each crew, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 extra damage. So these do 5 damage each. So I open up doing 10 damage against the enemy. There's a shipyard right here. You reduce thrust and the crochet ship launches a volley of cannon fire at the citizen vessel, blasting it to pieces. The ship turns around and broadcasts, "Surrender now, though your lives are forfeit. Your souls might be redeemed in the eyes of the immortal king." It's unable to acquire a lock on you when it leaves. Let's go. Repair 10 hull points. We're back in it, baby. A pirate tries to attack me, but we absolutely mess him up. And now we got Sketlingtons on the ship. So I'll try it right now. I'll warp lance. And I'll take out their weapons. Is this the greatest build that's ever existed? The answer is that it might be. How many rejuvenate spells do you think I can find? We need more crew. We absolutely do. You're not wrong. If I can heal everybody on my ship with a couple of rejuvenates every time. Lances always hit with demon lance is very, very funny. Medbay would also be probably pretty useful. I want everything you have, he says. He has 9 hull strength, which means I can destroy him instantly. Get wrecked. Oh, this is too good. Who's got low HP? The Imperial Acolyte. This is the Angel and Demon Lance run. Oh yeah, Wrath of Angels and Demon Lance. It's a good combo. Do you think if I emboldened, it would protect us from Demon Lance? I can't imagine it would, but I'm gonna try it. Dude, there's another shipyard here. We can heal another 10 HP. We could get another machine slave, which would give us an extra damage, but I think let's take the HP considering what state we're in right now. Asteroid field, unvisited node. We'll go unvisited. You never know what kind of treasures you might find. Let's explore this technocult shrine. Find 62 scrap. We are now starting to swim in some good scrap. Emergency puppy dogs on the ship. I can't quite kill this guy instantly, but I can do pretty close. Oh no, I can kill him instantly. Interesting. What I love about this is the servo husks heal to full. My biggest problem right now is literally waiting for rejuvenate. So we got to look for more Imperial Magisters. Because if I could just heal up everybody between every single fight, then like I will fuel this Demon Lance with blood for the Blood God. The God King protects. Damn, dude, I wish we had that mini-boss fight now. I'd feel way differently about it. A med bay also would be good, yep. What am I going to do against this guy? So we do 12 damage right now. That's good to note. So, armament stores that sell more weapon lances and med bays, and then I guess psychomancy shops for more magisters. These are the only things we need to look for anymore. You might sell a med bay if we're lucky. You don't. You sell a Hull Reaper, which is pretty nice. But I don't really foresee any situation where I could possibly use this. Crew. We also need crew. You're right. Would a vector analyzer be good? I think the module that gives us some extra heal between jumps. I'll take the vector analyzer for now. Which probably means upgrade our sensors. Definitely more crew. Because if there's literally one additional crew on any of these fights, we're out of it. That's interesting. The demon lance also affects enemies. So you could, in theory, wait to be boarded and then cast it. Or you could even Chaos Rift enemies onto your ship. That's a very funny idea. Chaos Rift enemies onto your ship. And then you do more damage. You come across an Imperial vessel firing upon a nearby space colony. We'll attempt to save a few life pods. Zealots of the War Cult. Okay. That's unfortunate. Death Cult sector. I mean, we're only 2 jumps off the end here, so. Yeah, okay, so now we're starting to hit the other problem, which is like, if we don't get another crew, we can't beat the whole strength. Immediately. Let's cut the 2 of them down. Bad spot for poison gas. The enemy begs for mercy. 35 scrap. The Chaos Star would actually be useful right now. You're not wrong. I feel like I'm gonna get more if I kill them. Okay. Part of this is a bit of a test to be like, does the rejuvenate still give us full heal? And it pretty much does here. Which is good to know. I keep forgetting to test embolden. Did I get more? I actually didn't even notice. I don't think I did. I want to say I got 29 scrap, but yeah, we got to get some more crew. Oh, I guess I could just deploy him with the siege beam, right? If I wanted to save myself like a little bit of hassle. Definitely a med bay is going to be really helpful. Especially if I could like put it in this big 4 room. All right, everybody back to your stations. We're spending more time having to heal people than we are actually flying around. Than we are fighting. 15 strength. Goodbye. Yeah, this is a very funny build. No mistake. I bet if I could walk him through there at the same time, I could probably get the heal on him. Time it out properly. Has the redeem been done? It hasn't. No. We can do that up on the next run. I think I missed it right off the top. $193. No crew vendors. Crew vendors right at the end. Shipyards we can make crew at. Ship armaments, also good for us. So let's try to go up to that weapons dealer, I think. And I think I'll just hold on to as much as I can right now. There's an abandoned research facility here. Entry to the interior section is barred by heavy blast orb, but power may be temporarily restored to the facility by reactivating its backup generator. No guarantee the security measures could be bypassed. Spend 5 munitions to activate the backup generators. You were not able to defeat the security protocols before power ran out. You may attempt to disable the security systems again, but it will cost 10 munitions. I'll do it. And we'll get splinter bombs. That's not useful to us. No. Well, we wasted 15 munitions, but what are you going to do? Blow up the ship. 60 scrap metal. Boop, 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 boop. Give these guys the heal. We do need hull points, but I can actually repair at the vendor. And then, like, because if I'm sitting on this much scrap, I'd be better off repairing at the vendor and spending the shipyard to just make more guys. Just a bunch of beams. Resting heals an extra 15% extra HP. That's the one we wanted, baby. I don't need anything else here. I'm going to repair to maximum, and we're just going to keep going. We get ourselves a husk. And he adds to our weapons, which is fantastic. An extra 15% is huge. Shields 4, probably the next best thing, yeah. What do we need for that? 180, 240. $14 hull damage. Uh-oh, this is not the system to be hanging out in. It works! Delightfully devilish, Seymour. Oh. Yeah, that works. So if you run your guys through the room while the rejuvenation is casting, you can trigger extra guys on that heal. Just heal up the captain a little bit extra here, and then we can bounce. Ion storms. I mean, sure. This is too good. This is too good by twice. Ion storm doesn't bother me at all. That's 240. Brow, brow. Ship armaments. Ooh, psychomancy and crew contacts. Can I get both? I can't. We're gonna go through this shipyard because I want to pick up more crew members. Even though it is becoming increasingly more complicated. A fire suit? No, we'll just take the scrap. And I think probably what's going to start happening is everybody is going to get like one set of heals. The commander is the only one who really needs more than one with this, the circadian stabilizer. The second I get boarded. I mean, as long as I deal with the boarding threat with something like the Chaos Rift first, then we're okay. I do want to look for ship armaments, because if I could get more lances, obviously that would be sick. Assist in the purge as an Imperial citizen. We get a ferro plate vest. That is arguably not good for us. More armor just means we take more damage. Secure the supplies as an Imperial citizen. 79 scrap metal. Oh my god. Going into the shaman merchant with almost 400 scrap. He's got another rejuvenate. Obviously, I'm going to buy that. I think there's a couple of med drones in here too, which would probably be valuable. Thralls. You're right. Thralls would count. Thralls would count. I was going to get an aberrant and give him rejuvenate. I should buy all of them, shouldn't I? The answer to that is an obvious yes. Do I want Force Shield? Should I get another Chaos Rift? I feel like that's our best value. Put the husks on the bottom row. We're going to give you rejuvenate instead of fireball. Fireball's no good for me. You can take these hull repairs. You can take a med kit, and you can take a med kit. Imagine if the Huskbane Thrall Shrine would count for the Demon Lance. I think it does. The only problem is that like you have to wait for the everything to get built, right? You guys got like 2 here. Maybe I just put you guys up in shields. I got like too many people to heal now in a single round. I mean, we are going into the final zone. Systems. He could have a med bay. He doesn't. I could buy more hull integrity patches. I don't know who the boss is going to be. I'm not really sure it matters. Seal all breaches and repair 2 system damage in the target room. So I have two repair drones. That is a Thrall Bay, yeah. I don't think it's worth it. I changed my mind. You like the foam? Yeah. These are like also really cheap. I could put one of those on I'd like to get shields for it just in case. I know it's not like super duper likely, but I guess I don't really need the siege beam up and running anymore. See what we do here. 18. I do 22 damage. Base. And with 2 heal spells, it's no problem for us to max out. What's the charge time for casting this? 10 seconds? That's too much. Where do you hang out? Here? I guess. Who's this guy? Why don't we put the put you here, because then I can at least force shield our weapons as well. Yeah, that feels smart. My kingdom for a med bay. I mean, with the 2 rejuvenates, we really don't need it. Yeah, this build is nonsense. That guy's back to full HP. It's really just these two now. The commander takes more damage than anybody else because he's got like that 100 HP. Back to your stations. There's a ship node right before we could get another husk. No ship is prepared to fight this. We have enough for the shield upgrade right now, too. Which I think is the best option. I'm really, really curious because the boss has like multi-phases. So I'm a little bit worried that we're going to do something like trigger 2 phases at the same time. If we don't just one-shot him. Yeah, you have literally just enough to get shields for. How much HP does he have? Enough that I don't think we'll kill him with 24 damage. I'd be surprised if we could kill him with 24 damage. Mount 4 guns. Do you still have 4 guns? I mean, I have the siege beam. Probably the best thing I could do here is debuff that, pick up that. Or like cut an engine. Maybe? And then once the Thrall Bay is online, I can put that back into evasion. Because if I just focus the shields down, right? Like the siege beam will start repping and ripping. Here we go, babies. This is my quickest run by far. The Arcane Starflayer. You encounter an ominous-looking vessel adorned with the runes and sigils of the blood cult. The vessel could only be one of the great enslavement engines used by the fell nobles to subjugate entire worlds. The Vault of Souls is sealed, and I shall be the one to deliver it to Ariok. It moves to attack. It's got ionized systems, 5-shot volleys with high breach chance, terror amplifier, a thrall pit, husk racks, a hull reaper with shield piercing. Those are all blood golems. Mind control is dangerous. And the heal. He's got 55. You only have 2 weapon bays? And the Hull Ripper, I guess? But I want to get your shields down for sure. I don't know what's more dangerous out of these two. We have a lot of intruders. We got a lot of intruders, and they all summon tendrils. And they're all immune to suffocation. And my paladin is stunned. Okay, you need to move there. Let's move these guys in here. You and you in here. One husk is dead. Heal. 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 You go for that fleshling. Aberrant, you go for that tendril. Servo Husk, you help him. You guys are still stunned for 2 more seconds. You're good against demons. The rest of you guys just keep vibing. Their ship is invincible at the moment. If I fire lances right now, I'll kill the entire ship instantly. All of these count as crew, right? The only thing I'm wondering is, can I target his systems while he has this invulnerability matrix up? And I actually don't know the answer to that. It's really dangerous for me to cast anything right now. This guy has been mind controlled. Let's get out of there. Immune. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. Let's get these thralls and doing some work. I don't know what they're hitting me with right now, and this is part of the problem. You can't take that damage. Okay, you got that done. You're fighting tendrils. Summon Fiend. Oh no, where is my acolyte? Where is this acolyte? Oh, he's there. He's protecting that stuff. Oh, that Fiend is really rough. Especially in the engine bay. You gotta get out of there. I don't know why you think you're fighting a fiend. Their systems are reset. Here goes nothing. It's a lot of damage. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 damage times 2. That's going to leave him with 1 HP, and I fired the Retributor, and the Siege Beam is also firing. That's it, we killed him. Ship unlocked, the bastard stir. The enemy has been vanquished. You plunge your hands into the flames. The searing heat of eternity washes over you and your crew. Your souls sublimate into the infinite ether, heralding the age of pandemonium. You have fulfilled your destiny. Your mission is complete. We also unlock the pugilist. That is definitely the strongest build in the game. There's no question about it. If we had just managed to get a few more husks earlier, there's no telling what that build can do. Or like one additional lance. My biggest issue was literally hitting the invulnerability phase. After a pretty quick and not so bad voyage, the crew of the vessel Swordbreaker emerges victorious, their achievement enshrined within the Vault of Souls. Valerius, the paladin, with his zenith blade and his tactical exoskeleton. Who was the other big guy in here? Aja, the Imperial Magister with Rejuvenate. He was the other key player. We accepted 3 surrenders. That's Torment 6 knocked out. So good. Easily the least amount of scrap I have ever spent. Probably the most amount of HP I've ever healed as well. What an absolutely busted combo. My God, I skipped the phase on the final boss. You're right, I did. I totally skipped the phase. We unlock Torment 7. Enemies have more firepower, so bigger guns. We unlock the Pugilist. Oh, this is the commando ship. Storm Cannon and Flare Cannon, which creates hull breaches. I really want to do this one with the Roughneck. And we also unlocked the Bastard Star. Corsairs, Infiltrator, and Scavengers with Vault Knives. 2 DPS to Raider Outlaws. Sabotage speed, so this guy breaks systems fast. Bolt Cannon and a Twin Disruptor. Interesting. Okay, this is like a pretty simple ship. Strangely enough, not a lot of ways to get onto the enemy ship at the moment. You do get a siege beam to start as well. There is a variant of this ship which starts with the Cyber Priest and 3 husks. For every other weapon you fire, gain a force shield on a random room up to a maximum of 2. Energy beam and 2 bolt cannons. Oh, I like this ship. Achieve victory with Assault Cruiser B. Assault Cruiser B. Oh, we don't even have that. Oh, no, wait, that's the Godless Carnage. This is the double Soul Spear ship with the Fusillade. This is kind of an interesting ship because you can build it sort of any way you just want. No real shields on its own. You're right, the heavy frigate has no shields. This guy has Positron Barrier. Cast a projectile that shields the system from damage. Does not prevent ion damage. And this does up to a maximum of 2 rooms. Wow, that's really tricky. So I guess you have to focus on evasion. It does look like you maybe start with 1 extra pip into engines. Yeah, this one actually only starts with 1 engine. And we unlocked the Bastard Star. This is new. The Overseer A starts with a Stygian Worm, a Blood Witch, and a Ritualist. Summon a Thrall, and this sacrifices Thralls to repair system damages and seal breaches. With a Pain Engine, 10 HP to all Blood Cultists. That's cool. You have to win with the Trilobite to get it. And we have to achieve the victory with the Bastard Star. Well, obviously, this is the next ship we have to use then. It's a Raider-focused ship with Vault Knives. Though it's interestingly, like, not got a way to get across. Scavengers and Infiltrators. So it's not based on, like, hull breaches, which a lot of the other Corsair ships are. A mutant would potentially be good with this ship. You could do a lot of runs here. A lot of different versions. The rep neck obviously rules. I'm really looking forward to doing that suffocation-based run. But we only have like 5,000 right now. The white, we do need to do a proper tox run as well with the... Maybe the corpse mother, was it? Or the apostles of decay here. But I think for sure the bastard star is the next run we do. Still on cloud 9. What a run. Thought it was lost after the mid-boss tactical withdrawal. I thought it was lost when we had 1 hull HP for multiple systems in a row. And we just skipped those systems. Like, we kept escaping from things to get to the gates. To get to the shipyards. That was a really tight fight. But I love that we've picked up Torment 7. We'll end this video here. And when we come back next time, we'll do the Bastard Star for our next run. So, YouTube, until then, bye-bye.